When you are doing your prospecting list or lead list and whatnot, how do you know that not another BAM member already has this client?
You don't, but there's so many, and there's only so just to give you an idea or give everybody an idea of marketing, right? It's like the chances of you really running into a BAM member, one in probably
I haven't watched them all yet, but I've started. I've got a question for you guys, though.
yeah, shoot.
Hey, and my husband kind of brought this up to me. When you are doing your prospecting list or lead list and whatnot, how do you know that not another BAM member already has this client?
You don't, but there's so many, and there's only so just to give you an idea or give everybody an idea of marketing, right? It's like the chances of you really running into a BAM member, one in probably 10, 15, 20,000. Because it would take, for every marketer on the planet, it would take you managing 50,000 businesses to be able to manage all of them in the United States. Every marketer that's listed as a marketer in the United States, whether they're freelance, whatever it is, they would have to manage 50,000 small businesses. So the chances of when you're trying to reach out and land yourself 10, 15, 20 businesses of you running into a badass marketer, probably not very likely. And then from your town or your area or even, right, it's like not going to happen. So,
well, I know there's a couple others from Oregon, so I just, I don't want to, I'll take from anybody, but I don't want to take from another BAM member.
Yeah, you won't. And you can kind of like, if you reach out, here's the thing too, is like the systems that we train guys and the connection that you make on the deep dive and really build a relationship. When you reach out and you ask somebody, hey, can I shoot you a video? They're just going to tell you right there, no, I'm already working with the marketer and I like him. So go fuck yourself. Right. Basically, and so that's the kind of relationships you're building. So a lot of times you're going to get stopped especially if they're working with a badass marketer, you're going to get stopped at the door anyway. Like all I get from my clients is snapshots of somebody trying to reach out or some bullshit. Right. And he just like, he'll actually talk shit. Ask Calvin, he works with Bob almost every day. But Bob will talk shit and say, oh yeah, you're really a good marketer. You can't even show me one fucking site that you've ranked. Like he'll just talk shit to them and then he'll send me all the messages. And then he'll be like, oh, you know that guy from that marketing company, blah, blah, blah. Here's his name. Here's a snapshot. This guy's trying to prospect your clients. And I was like, cool, thanks. And that's so awesome. You build such good relationships. If you're following the 6 steps and you're bringing value like we teach, no other marketers are doing it. But if it's your client and as long as you're providing value, they're going to tell the other badass marketer to fuck off. And then it's just going to move down the road.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Don, you want to ask your question? I don't really know what you're asking Josh here.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Josh, how do you structure your shares? God damn, Penny, shut up.
How do I structure what? I love that. That dog is a human. That fucking dog. How are you still alive right there? Is that a German Shepherd?
No, it's a pit bull.
Yeah, I was like, damn, he sounds like he's about to eat. What's that dog's name? What's that big dog?
I was like Hulk or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Joe.
She don't look like that, but she's fucking loud.
He's got my little ass fucking little mini me barking out here and shit.
I was gonna ask how you structure rev shares.
So what was your question? Maybe real quick.
How do you structure rev shares?
Yeah. Hit mute there. You're good. Hey, so rev shares can be. I'm gonna mute you real quick. There you go. So rev shares can be done in lots of different ways, right? Like you can structure them like 10% of every deal that comes in. You can structure them as 25% overall of the entire business, depending on what kind of assets they have, etc. It just depends on you and your ability, how much they believe in what you're doing, what your offer is, right? Like for me, 100,000 units sold, or I don't get shit. I won't take any percentage of your business. But if I sell 100,000 shares, I own 33% of this company because there's 2 other business partners. So like, that's what I have. And then I also, in the contract, I have my lawyer put in there, check it out. I'll front the money for the 100,000, but if I don't hit it by the month 18, right? If I don't hit it by month 18, then you guys are responsible for all of the ad spend that I have, right? Because I have money, I can put my money where my mouth is, so I put it all up front. So that's the way that I structured it, but lots of different deals, a lot of different strokes for different folks. It's totally up to you the way that you want to structure that, right? And the promise that you want to give, or even if you don't want to give a promise. Guys, the tools that you have, the resources that you have are so fucking valuable to businesses. You can get in there and not offer a promise at all. You can just get in there and provide value, right? And listen, I don't just get into any random deal. If I'm not totally in love with the owner and what he has going on and his vision and what he's doing, and I don't feel like I can totally get behind him, I don't do it. So I like to invest in people a little bit more than anything else. If I think the product's cool and then I love the person, I usually invest. But if I don't like the person, I don't do it, because what happens in business deals is like, you get down the road and yeah, maybe you make some money, but shit just starts to go sideways with that person and you end up getting in a big fight, legal battle, all kinds of shit. So you must love the person. You must like the idea, product, service, or whatever it is that they're doing. And then you got to step in and go, what is my time worth? Maybe your time worth, I got a deal the other day, an HVAC client out of Denver, Colorado. He's doing decent. He's like page 1 for a few things, page 2 for a few things. But stepped in, and his whole thing is like, dude, I'm wearing so many fucking hats. He's like, I got to dispatch the crew. I got to be out on a truck myself. I got to do quality control. I got to do marketing. I got to do this. And he just straight up offered me right from the get. He's like, hey, if you can get me up page 1 and double my business within a year, like you've done for blah, 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 because he was a referral. He's like, dude, I'll give you 25% of my company, 25% of everything. Dude already owns 8 vans. He's already been in business for a while. And so you can take, like, you'll get deals that come to you, especially if you do what you say you're going to do. If you bring the value that you say you're going to do, your one business is going to lead into 10. And that's just how it goes. So